Okay, Google's not dumb. Google's not dumb. Forget about it. And it will penalize you for doing keyword stuffing. Okay. Try to optimize your text in a way that is natural for Google, natural for your user. If your user lands on your page and finds out the same keyword repeated 30 times, they'll probably be like, what's wrong with you? Like, don't do that, because it sounds unnatural not only for Google, but also for the customer, which is, you know, the person who's ultimately going to buy from you. And that's not what you want. Okay. Now, in saying that, okay, we're going to get the keywords, we're going to select the best terms, we're going to put them in our content, our meta title, our meta description, our content, blah, blah, blah. Does it have to be that exact match? Does it have to be, in this case, how to make chocolate cake? Do we have to have that exact keyword like written like that? No, you don't. And I'll give an example here. I Google how to make chocolate cake. The first thing I'll see will be recipes, and the first organic result, see that there is not a tag here, it's an organic result. It shows me easy chocolate cake recipes. Let me just, I cannot see my own page. How do I do that? Okay, easy chocolate cake recipes. So that's a related keyword that is that is related to the keyword that I searched for. So I searched for how to make chocolate cake. If I'm searching for it, it's because really I want to learn how to make a chocolate cake. You know, I don't bake very well. It's actually true. And what Google is doing here is they're like, okay, let me take a look at all the websites that have, you know, information on how to make a chocolate cake, and BBC is one of the first ones, and they don't have that exact keyword. They have a related keyword on their meta title, and Google is smart enough to understand that one thing is related to the other. Okay, so when you're selecting your list of keywords, and you find stuff like, I don't know, software development services London, the way it's written, it doesn't sound natural, right? Software development services London should be like software development services in London, or, you know, and it's not because it's how you found the keyword that you should definitely use it, you know, like that. You can use variations of it. You can change the words. Trust me, Google is smart enough to understand that one thing is related to the other. Okay, so feel free to use variations as long as the content is that thing that you're going for, that keyword that you're going for. And Google will change their search results according to what you are looking for. Typically, if a user searches for stuff that starts with a how to make a chocolate cake, how to build an IKEA wardrobe, whatever, I'll find tutorials here, either in the format of infographics or videos or anything like that. So whatever a user is searching for, Google will sort of, you know, be smart enough to try to match as much as they can the content that they have indexed with what the user is going for. That's Google's main mission on earth, is to find the best results for your search. Okay. So in saying that, you can use related keywords in your optimization. Quick keyword tips. Typically, you would use shopping intent keywords for product pages. So I was looking for parka jackets. You know, on Google, there's that shopping section. If you just click on shopping, it's right next to images. If you click on shopping, you're going to see products that have that name on it. So if I click in any of these two products, I'm going to go to the product page, which will be called, you know, any variation of parka jackets for women. These are shopping intent keywords. What do I mean by shopping intent? It means, like, really, if I'm looking for parka jackets for women, most likely I want to buy one, right? That's the intent behind my search, is that I ultimately want to buy that product. There is shopping intent keywords, and there is also informational intent keywords. So keywords that I look for when I'm trying to get informed about something, when I'm trying to understand something better. And here is one example. I don't know if you guys can see, probably the image looks a bit small for you, but anyway, we'll see this website bigger later. I'll show you the full website. It's an online plants shop, and they have a section called plant care. So tips for, you know, taking care of your plants. This is their keyword, plant care. If the user is searching for plant care, it doesn't mean that they want to buy a plant. It means that they want to, you know, get some tips on how to take care of their plants, right? So typically you would use shopping intent keywords for product pages, and let's call them informational intent keywords for the content, the fun section of your website, the content hub, the blog, the online magazine, or whatever is it that you have on your website that is pure content, right? That is not like trying to sell anything. It's not a product page or anything. It's pure content. So you always use informational intent keywords for blog post, guides, magazines, whatever. Use them. You know why? Because you'll be ahead of your competition. Nowadays, there's way too many businesses that only optimize their websites for shopping intent keywords. And what happens is that they are only capturing the attention of the user when they have the intent of buying. The thing is, not always we have the intent of buying. Maybe this is going to come later. For now, I just want to get informed. So if I'm looking for plant care tips, I want to find text, video, whatever, tutorials about plant care. Maybe I buy a plant from you later. So by using informational intent keywords in your content, you are capturing the attention of people that are not ready to buy yet, but maybe they will become ready in the future, okay? And do that. That's a great way of sort of like capturing the attention of potential customers when they are in different mindsets and different stages of their search, really. Let me know if you guys have any questions on the difference between both. Typically, informational intent keywords will be longer. It will be how to blah, 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 blah. How do I blah, 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 blah. A sentence, a full, you know, a long, what we call a long tail keyword. And shopping intent will sometimes be a bit shorter. I don't know, plus size bikinis, or, you know, bikinis, women, you know, parkas. Talking a lot about parkas because I want to buy one. That's why I'm always gonna use the same example here. Okay, use keywords in your product categorization. So if you're in e-commerce, you are going to have different pages for your different products, right? You're not gonna put all your products in one page only. So use your keywords in product pages, in category names. So here's an example, asos.com. They have a section called women, which is divided in women jackets, women pants, women skirts, blah, 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 blah. And then if you click on women jackets, you can find parkas, okay? Another example from, let's stop talking about e-commerce a little bit. Let's go, you know, web development services, bobscompany.com. Web development services, this is their keyword here. WordPress development services is their keyword as well. So when you're doing your keyword list, separate your list into groups, really, groups that would represent a category of your services or products, or keywords that will represent your actual products, or you know, that service that you're offering. And that's a great way of organizing your website structure. We'll see that later as well. Make sure the content of the page matches the intent of that keyword, okay? So if the page title say red women skirts, as a user, I want to go to your website, I want to go to that page, and I want to see red women skirts in that page. I don't want to see a photo of a banana or anything else. Match the intent of your user with that keyword in your content. Google is getting smarter and smarter about websites trying to rank for keywords that have a high search volume, but then you go to the content of the page and it's not really related to the keyword. So don't do that. Whichever keywords you choose, optimize the content, write your content, produce your content in a way that it matches the intent of your user, okay? And follow SEO best practices for everything I just said, but it's a lot to talk about. So I included a link here for homework for you guys to take a look at this link later. It's on moz.com. They are an awesome website to learn everything you need to know about SEO. Please, the link is here. After you get the presentation, head to the website and take a look at their tutorials and their beginners guides and everything. They have all the, let's say, best practices, on-page best practices that you should follow to increase your probability of ranking higher. There is a certain way you should write your title. There is a certain way you should create the URL of your website. There's a certain way you should write the meta description, okay? Those are the best practices. By following them, you increase your probability of Google going, oh, cool, great stuff. Save it. I'm gonna show it for the users later on, okay? So take a look at that later. It's a lot to cover. But that's definitely a great resource